I actually thought I was losing my mind. I thought I was having a nervous breakdown. I thought I was going crazy. Welcome back to my channel. My name is ᴄᴟɪᴜᴜ, aka The Relentless Boss. We are here to discuss all things menopause, wellness, and how we can all thrive through this transition. Why did no one warn us about menopause depression? Like, it is real. It is real. I've experienced depression before, but this depression was a deep, dark, the kind of depression that you wouldn't even wish on your worst enemy. So I started experiencing perimenopause symptoms from age 38. And one of the worst symptoms that I experienced was the depression. The depression took over my whole entire life. It felt like I was in the deepest, darkest pit I have ever been in my entire life. Every day I was waking up feeling like I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be alive. The worst thing about it is nothing particularly bad had happened. Nothing unusually misfortunate had happened. But this darkness came over me that I just couldn't shift. I just couldn't get rid of. You know, when you wake up in the morning and maybe you woke up on the wrong side of the bed and you're not feeling 100%, you're not feeling yourself. Perhaps you go to the gym and you do a workout, or you go for a walk and you feel better. This depression was not shifting. Every single day I was waking up and I just didn't want to be here. Every day I was waking up with thoughts of, why am I here? What is my purpose? Does anyone even care that I'm here? Will anyone even notice if I'm no longer here? And within myself, I knew that I would not do anything harmful towards myself, but the darkness was so deep and so great, I just didn't know what to do. And day after day after day after day after day, I was waking up feeling that way. And it was a mixture of sadness, anguish, sorrow, despair, hopelessness. I think what made this depression particularly bad is, first of all, it came suddenly and like it was overnight. Secondly, the feelings were so intense and I just could not understand what had actually triggered me to feel the way I was feeling, why I was feeling so low. Each day I was feeling as if there was nothing for me to wake up for. There was nothing for me to be here for. Even though I have a loving family, I have a business, a thriving business, a growing business that I enjoy. I love what I do. All of the things that brought me joy were now no longer bringing me joy. So things like traveling, walking. I love walking long distances in nature, along the beach, along the river. All those things no longer brought me joy. Spending time with family. I began to start isolating myself. I began to be really antisocial and reclusive because I just couldn't handle being in social settings. I recall there was one day that I forced myself to go to the gym, and one of the fitness instructors there who knows me, he asked me, Emma, why is your head down? Why have you got your head down like this? And literally, I could not even see myself. My head was down like this. I was walking with my head down. It was as if I didn't want anyone to see me. I didn't want anyone to notice me. I wanted to become invincible. And that's how I felt. It was as if I had this dark shadow over me, over my head, just following me everywhere I went. And I just couldn't shift it or get rid of it. I mean, just even speaking about it makes me feel emotional, because I'm someone who loves life. I like to think that I live life to the full out, to the max. I love being around people, especially those who God has blessed me with, family, friends, colleagues, and even meeting strangers, meeting new people. I just love meeting people and interacting with people. I'm just one of those people that I really go all out when it comes to life. So being in that dark place, and for such a prolonged period as well, that was the other thing that really impacted me, was how long those feelings went on for. It wasn't just a few days, a few weeks. It went on for months and years. It affected my day-to-day because, for example, I would not want to get out of bed. I would not want to shower, brush my teeth. So my personal hygiene was impacted. Things that I do on a day-to-day basis, so my morning routine, that went completely out of the window. Spending time with family and friends, as I said, I became reclusive. I didn't want people to call me. My phone was constantly on silent. I switched off my phone. I didn't answer my door. This just wasn't me. I wasn't myself. I didn't feel like myself at all whatsoever. I felt like I was losing myself, or I had lost myself during that season. The worst part is, I did not correlate what was going on with me mentally with perimenopause. I did not connect the dots. I just did not know or understand why suddenly I was feeling this depression. I actually thought I was losing my mind. I thought I was having a nervous breakdown. I thought I was going crazy. I, every single day, woke up and it was the same thing. I just did not know what was happening. At one point, the depression became so intense and so extreme that I seriously considered voluntarily having myself sectioned in a psychiatric ward, because I was thinking that I could actually harm myself. I even began to pray to God and ask God to take me home early. Every day I would wake up and I would pray and I would say, "Dear Lord, please, I can't take this anymore. I can't live anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. Please just take me home. Just when I close my eyes to sleep, just let me be with you. Just take me to heaven." Those were my prayers every single day. And every day when I woke up and I was still here, I was like, why, Lord? Why am I still here? Why am I still here? During this study, there was a high number of the women who were experiencing extreme mental health symptoms, like depression, anxiety, panic attacks, extreme stress, overwhelm. As they assessed the women, what they were experiencing, their symptoms, there was a high percentage of the women who took their own lives. The percentage of the women who took their own lives turned out to be the white women. All of the women were experiencing mental health issues, but there was a high percentage of the women, the group of white women, who had taken their own lives as a direct result of those symptoms, those perimenopause symptoms, mental health symptoms. I wondered to myself, so what happened to the other women? What happened to the Black women? They just suffered through it. They suffered through it. And this is very common in African, Caribbean, Black community, women going through trauma after trauma after trauma and just struggling through it, just suffering in silence. And it's the same thing with these perimenopause symptoms. When it comes to the brain and mental health symptoms of perimenopause, Black women tend to really suffer severely more than other races from these mental health issues connected to perimenopause. We also may start perimenopause as early as age 35, which means that we experience and suffer the perimenopause brain and mental health symptoms for longer than our white counterparts or any other race. And oftentimes with no medical intervention, no care whatsoever. There are women who are leaving their jobs because of these very symptoms of depression, anxiety, panic attacks, brain fog. There's women who are giving up on relationships, which perhaps even before they started experiencing these perimenopause symptoms, those relationships were thriving. But because they are going through those symptoms, they're experiencing the symptoms, now all of a sudden, everything seems so bleak. And it seems like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. And when I did my research into the perimenopause symptoms that affect the brain and mental health, I realized that it's because estrogen is declining. The brain has estrogen receptors, and when those areas of the brain are not activated, this is how we then experience brain and mental health symptoms as a direct result. So the brain actually needs estrogen in order for us women to function at optimum level. If any of what I've shared in this video resonates with you, let me know down in the comments. If you are currently experiencing any similar or the same perimenopause symptoms as mentioned in this video, let me know in the comments. And in the first instance, consult a medical practitioner, call a friend, tell somebody what you are feeling, what you are experiencing, what you are suffering. Do not suffer in silence. And for those of you who are watching this video and you're not experiencing any of these symptoms, but you have a mum, you have sisters, you have aunties, you have female friends and colleagues, reach out to them, give them a call, ask them, how are you actually really doing? Genuinely, to find out what's going on with them. Because how I was able to overcome that depression was somebody called me and I told that person what was going on with me. And that was my mentor, Coach Antonina. She was actually pivotal in me being able to overcome that season of my life. So I just want to say, if you're watching Coach Antonina, I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you literally helped to save my life and probably didn't even know it. So I just thank you, and I'm just so grateful. And I want to say, call your strong friend, that person in your life that always seems so strong and always seems like they have it together. Call them and just be there for them. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I will not wish what I have experienced in perimenopause, especially the depression. I would not wish it on my worst enemy. It is one of the most harrowing experiences I've ever had in life. This is why I'm doing these videos, so that I can raise awareness. So please share this video, like this video, click the notification bell, tell someone about this video. Let us be openly talking about what we are experiencing so that no one has to experience these perimenopause symptoms alone. No one has to suffer in silence. And if you're experiencing any perimenopause symptoms and you need the intro to my menopause toolkit and how I was able to overcome these symptoms, click the link down below for the menopause toolkit and to have a one-on-one with me. Let's get you some solutions.